You don't get to claim princess plus hot elf. You get one or the other.
I'm Princess Hot Elf Cat.
Stop stealing my things.
Yeah.
I put each crown on top of each other.
On top of the ears.
Yeah.
And the headphones.
Mm-hmm.
You do look a little bit like a I feel like I should see you in Animal Crossing right now. That's really good.
Thank you.
Why are you so good at that?
I don't know.
It's a cat thing.
Uh-huh.
That was so perfect.
Isabel. She drives me insane.
Man.
Absolutely, sweetheart. Oh my god.
She's too chatty.
Sweetheart.
Too chatty.
Everyone's chatty in that game. That's the whole point of the game.
I'm just smashing the B button. I don't talk to people.
Why does everyone keep moving out?
Why?
You have a way to get people to move out?
Kind of.
Tell me.
There's an algorithm.
I have Meringue on my island. Meringue.
The rhino?
The rhino with the strawberry nose and whipped cream. She's
I'm very happy because Marshall showed up at my campsite and I was able to pick out one of the villagers I wanted.
Kill for Marshall. I would die for that squirrel. I would die for that squirrel.
My friends are like, you weren't even into Animal Crossing before this came out, and I ended up with a whole bunch of cute villagers. They're like, this isn't fair. I'm
It's
like,
not fair.
Sorry? What?
Nabis is trolling us already.
What? I can't get in the chat. I have my
I
window up.
see you.
Okay. We'll do a recap of last episode, and then I can get in the chat and see what's going down.
Sure.
See what's going
Let's
down.
start the show.
Let's start the show.
Nabis is
Wait,
making fun of us.
It's okay.
Tabby,
Welcome.
take us away with an Animal Crossing opening.
That's New Leaf, just so in case anyone's wondering, to throw back onto the very good game on the 3DS. Thank you.
Okay, we're going back, what, 10 years now?
It's like 6.
Oh, feels like
20
longer.
2014. It might have been 2012.
It's coming up there, man.
I was still a child, so.
Oh.
Now then.
Start.
Damn it, now it's you.
Yes.
Replacing Laura. Mute you all.
Laura's having a break, just having some wine. Like,
Nope.
he's got this.
Yeah, Ian's got this.
Fucking teamwork. Welcome back, folks, to the world of Azera. Last week, the gang met a bang of myths.
That had nothing to do with me.
Foreshadowing.
Karma.
Red leather, yellow leather.
Red leather, yellow leather. Welcome back, folks, to the world of Azera. Last week, the gang met a band of misfits on the road, and after a meet and greet, ended up with an...
Okay. Third time's charm. You've got this. Third time's charm.
Stop interrupting me. Tell me it's gonna be fine.
Trying to be
Hey,
helpful.
Melissa, it's gonna be fun. It's
Next time I'm just gonna scream and we're not gonna have an intro.
Intro.
That is the intro.
Welcome to Azera.
Into the void.
Actually, last week and then me screaming for a while is actually a pretty good version of last week's game. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome back, folks, to the world of Azera. Last week, the gang met a band of misfits on the road, and after a meet and greet, went to sleep and found themselves in a strange dreamland where they were faced by some of their worst nightmares. Dun dun dun. Also, maybe Elly snapped a limb that wasn't just a tree. Maybe it was a people tree.
I didn't know it was a people tree when I snapped it.
And to be fair, it was already dead. Anyways, that was last week. This is this week. Welcome to Darkness and Dragons. I'm Dungeon Master Melissa, and with me, as always, is
Me, Laura, and I am playing Verity / Ryan, the Asmar Rogue.
I'm Sarah, and I play Eliwick Pilwickin, the Sylvie Barbarian.
I'm Bree, and I play Lenore, the Shadowkai cleric.
And I am Ian, the tabaxi bard named Tabbi.
Hello, and I'm Luna. I'm playing Brillia, the Tiefling Warlock.
Yay, Brillia is our special guest today. Well, actually, Luna's our special guest. Brillia is just like a normal person who lives in this world. She's not like new to the world today.
I was birthed into existence just now.
I mean, I guess that's how things would work if these are all like people we've invented, right? Like just one day they're just there with a whole backstory. Like one day you walk by a street and there's just like a whole town and you're like, where did that town come from?
I just spawned in.
Yeah. Another,
you are
fucking
God,
adventurer.
Yep.
Boom. All right.
I make people with my brain.
Something's got to be in there.
Like a god.
All right. So since our last game, which ended with you guys managing to restrain Koss, the tiefling who had been traveling with Tabbi and who had been systematically killing members of her party because she was cursed. You managed to restrain her. Lenore managed to uncurse her. And it's been 3 days since all that went down. 3 days since you pried the dark shard from her hands and Prince Lenore raised the curse. And in the days since, Koss has been very, very quiet. She's been almost melancholic. And thankfully, Tabbi, the Tabaxi, knows that she comes from a small village nearby called Kamala. So under his skilled guidance, you arrive at the outskirts of the city just as night begins to fall on the third day.
Before we continue, should we talk about Black Lives Matter stuff?
Oh, yes.
Let's jump on that before we get into the deep. Of course, the times lately have been pretty terrifying for a lot of people, especially for the people of color who live in not just America, but the rest of the world. And there's a lot that we could say that has already been said. But the gist of it is just watch out for your fellow citizens, for your fellow people of Earth who may be disenfranchised, like the Black people of everywhere in the world. For anyone else of color who may not be the majority of the population. We can't have more people like George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Eric Garner dying at the hands of police, white supremacists, and other people trying to oppress and systematically kill those peoples. We are donating $100 to the Black Lives Matter Fund beforehand, before this stream started, and we are going to try to hopefully match that donation to Black Mental Health Association after the stream is all set. We hope that we can get people to match those funds that we donated before the stream ends for more incentive for us to donate back to, and there's a bunch of organizations you can donate to. All the bail funds, we posted a good list of them on our Instagram, and there's the 2 donations that we're hopefully gonna make also available. So please,
Anything you have, every little bit helps. I know it's a tough time for people with money and stuff like that, but if everyone gave, $2, or if everyone in the world gave, $1 or whatever, it's not about the amount that you can give or whatever, but just that you can. Or we'll be putting up some links to other ways that you can help, petitions that you can sign. So if you just don't have the money, because we know with the pandemic and stuff like that, that's hit everybody really hard, but there's petitions that you can sign. There's other ways that you can support the community if you don't have funds to donate. We'll put up the links to, there's a really great YouTube video that will be up, and we'll post it into the chat. You just watch it and they donate all of the money from the AdSense. So you just let it play and watch all the ads, and the AdSense I'll go through and donate to a whole bunch of different charities. But all of those links will be going up. So.
And Nabas, you're absolutely amazing. I said it in the chat, but thank you so much. And if you're not in the position where you can donate, sharing stuff helps as well. So yeah.
Yep.
Please
try to what we can.
Yeah. Please try to spread the word. Try to be out and active. I went to a vigil last night. A lot of my friends, because I'm from New England in the U.S., went to the Boston past 2 protests in the past 3 days, and it's scary. But we need to protect those who are targeted. It's unruly, it's unjust, and we have the power to do stuff across the world. please.
I think another big thing that was mentioned was taking the time to educate yourself. And this is coming from a lot of us who are sitting here as privileged white people, and taking a good hard look at yourself and your actions and your behavior and what you know and what you don't know. And if you haven't yet, like, take the time to start reading things, learning things, listening to people you haven't listened to before, looking at, people of color, Black creators, supporting them in a time where they need you. There's lots of ways that you can help, and I think that's, not all of them, but that's I think that's an outline anyway of some places to start rather than overwhelming
For sure.
information. But yeah.
Yeah, we have a really amazing community in the role-playing world, the tabletop role-playing world, and we would not be as vibrant and amazing and capable and tell such amazing stories if we didn't have creators of color doing that work. So please continue supporting, stay strong. We're all in this together. Holy
justice, no
2020.
No.
Black Lives Matter, everyone.
Yep. Okay. We'll do another little reminder partway through and at the end, just in case people come in late. So thank you guys for listening to us ramble about something important for a while. And now we're going to do something silly for a while to hopefully chill out.
Ooh, if you do end up donating, please screenshot and share in like an Instagram story or tweet at us, tag us. That would be the best way to keep track of this stuff. That'd be the coolest thing too, to see just the power of people.
Yeah, and we'd love to share the support that people are giving, that people are out there and listening and doing things and being active. And
Awesome.
All right, let's get silly.
Let's do it. Let's get silly.
Yep. Okay.
So you're outside of the town of Kamala, and the hope is that you can get Koss home to some kind of safety, since they're clearly not able to exist as a human, right? Well, I mean, she never exists as a human. No longer able to exist as a tiefling with trauma.
Hopefully we'll get
Can't be part of our party. Tried to kill them.
I mean, if trauma was a deterrent for party members, we wouldn't have this party. What do you...
It's a prerequisite, apparently.
Yeah.
Happy people don't travel the country killing monsters. They just
Have
don't.
a trauma resume.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys are on the outskirts. If you are watching in our live stream, you can see the image of the little village that you guys are approaching. There's a nice river that goes through the center. There's some farmlands on the outside. And it's just like a nice little compact village that's got a nice wall around it to protect it from outside threats.
That's a nice wall.
It is.
The wall really appreciates you saying that.
Was Tabby here previously before when they met up with Koss? Or
Yes.
did we meet up Koss with... Okay.
Yeah, I would say you've been here before.
All right, cool. This does look like it's the right way to go, everyone. As you can see by these tall, cool walls, they like being called nice.
Is the idea that Koss has family here? Or are we just dropping her here with strangers? I mean, I'm fine with either, but...
Koss has family here, right? Or is Koss...
She's trying to kill my muffin.
Koss
She's lucky she's got both of her hands still.
Koss does indeed have family. You remember where Koss lives.
Is she currently conscious with us?
She has been like falling back as you've been walking, especially as this town has come into view. And as you guys sort of like prepare to enter, she just freezes up and doesn't move.
Outdoors.
Could I stay behind and like poke her with the end of my rapier? Oh, just a little. I'm not stabbing her. I'm poking her. Calm down.
Sure, but you gotta do damage.
That seems like it's an aggression-ish type.
She chased my sweet pea through the forest.
If she was corrupted, yeah, maybe.
Hey, you know what? I'm sorry.
I hope you are.
He's
He's not dead, you're not dead. Now, if anyone should be mad, it should be me. The person I came here with as well with Koss is dead.
You're not dead.
Two of them
I'm
actually.
strong.
I'm gonna say as Verity raises the rapier to poke, like Arsen just reaches over and like lowers the hand, and she's like, and he's like,
For once, I'm agreeing with the human. It's terrifying.
Tell me about it.
Koss, is Koss's mouth bound?
Nope.
What?
Talk to us. Come on, Koss. You could talk to us. He's fine. What's up? Come on. Why don't you want to go in? And can I roll a persuasion to see if I can get Koss to start talking with my cute cat eyes?
Yes.
Oh,
Cute kitty
cat
eyes.
Puss in Boots
Your
face.
Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots face. Up. If it's persuasion, that is a 17.
Okay, that's gonna be enough. Koss looks up at you and says, I don't deserve to go home. Not after what I've done.
There's atonement that everyone can face and make right the wrong they've done. There's no lives you can bring back, of course, but you can always work to, make it right in your own mind. And it might just be a bad point you are at currently where you don't feel like that's going to be possible, but be around people that you love and loves you back, and that could help you. Come on.
You were also like incredibly cursed, so not a lot you could have done about that.
I should have been stronger.
Well,
I don't think it would have helped, but might have killed us more.
Yeah.
yes, it's probably good for us that you were not as strong.
But Kata, you see her begin to shake with silent tears.
The good thing, if you want to look at it like this, it wasn't necessarily you who did it. But I know it doesn't really change much, but it's a life that
I remember the feel of her blood on my hands.
and that's a good way to remember how to remember to atone and to it's a never forget type of situation. You don't want to forget what has happened, but you want to know that you don't ever find yourself in that situation again, though.
Right. You seem to have persuaded her enough that she's willing to go into the town, but she's not happy about it.
Mm-hmm. I walk over before she starts walking, put my hand on her shoulder and say, "It's gonna be okay. Thank you."
Yeah.
Let's go! And I kind of jog ahead for it, kind of snappy and quick.
All right. Tabby runs off, and Koss begins walking slowly into the town. Verity, Arsen gives you a look as everyone else leaves and goes, "What the hell was that?"
There's rules about repentance.
Right, because you're the expert on repentance.
Maybe a little bit.
So what? She deserves to be stabbed?
I was going to stab her. I was going to poke her to encourage her forward.
Here's a fun fact for you. If my brother was poking you, then you would be calling it a stab, wouldn't you?
Your brother has poked me a few times.
I thought the problem was that her brother didn't want to poke her. No?
Right, that's a completely different type of poking.
Arsen rolls to high five. Yeah!
You're the worst. Both of you.
A little Brie might have come through there.
All right, you head into the town following the tail of Tabby, because Tabby is basically always just running around corners whenever you catch sight of him. And eventually you all arrive at the door of a small house. It's made of squarish bricks and they're kind of piecemeally put together, and it has a bright yellow door and shutters.
Is this the place?
Mm-hmm.
Should I? Do you want me to knock?
Do you have keys?
Ellie, don't knock down the door.
Okay, roll strength check. I'm just kidding.
Okay. And someone comes to the door. Tell us what the person looks like.
Of course, you see a pink-skinned tiefling, petite, with about straight hair with bangs, just cropped over here around the. Then the horns are small and curved, like up to here. She is wearing a dress with an apron on top. As she opens the door and is like, "Hello. Do I see Klaus the second I open the door?"
You see the adventurers first.
Okay. What can I do to help you?
What are you cooking?
I was just baking some cookies. But could you answer my question, please?
I stepped to the side.
Yeah, we got something for you.
I rushed over and hugged Klaus. Like, just big hug.
Aww. Koss is very stoic, like always stoic, but especially stoic in this moment. And then you can feel her begin to shudder in your arms. And she holds you tight and tucks your head underneath her chin and just holds you.
Squeeze very hard, and I'll keep the hug going for longer than what normally would be considered comfortable, but it seems comfortable for them.
Right.
And I'll turn to the rest of the party and be like, "Oh, come in. Thank you for bringing her here." And then I open up the door.
So you've got food.
Yeah, how's my the cookies? Oh,
Yes, I have some cookies in the oven right now.
it smells
I'll
delicious.
be sharing once they're ready.
Oh yes, I love cookies so much.
I'm going to gently lead Koss to. I assume we have a couch of sorts.
Yep. Yeah.
Um,
Like a comfy straw
Mhm.
stuffed couch. I don't know how people made couches
Yeah.
back then. Like
Mostly
this
straw.
is like a real time and not fantasy world.
Mostly straw, but okay. Would anyone like tea?
I would love a cup of tea. Thank you.
Yes,
course.
yes.
I'm gonna go up to the stove that we have and start making some tea for everyone.
I remember when I first had my cup of teas back when I think I was maybe 25 years old. It took a very long time for me to have tea. But
Really, that long?
yeah, you
Not
don't
easy to
think
make.
that. I didn't have much of an experience when I was a kid with tea. And I wouldn't ever think to put leaves into water and just drink it. That's weird. But
The different blends that can be made is quite delightful, actually.
that's
And then I'll just start serving everyone tea in mismatched cups. I assume we don't have a full set for this many people.
Probably not. Are you serving any particular kind of tea for us tea fans?
I'm just gonna do a mint tea.
Oh,
A simple
okay.
mint tea.
Something a little calming for the
Yeah.
for the weary travelers on the road. You give Koss her favorite cup, and she takes it and just like holds it in her lap and kind of like curls it towards her stomach and just seems to
And
enjoy the
then-
warmth.
I'm gonna take the cookies out of the oven and also share that.
All right, you guys start enjoying some cookies and tea. Do you want to roll for how delicious they are?
Sure.
I mean, they're cookies, so they're already gonna have a really high bonus.
Okay. And what type of roll will that be?
Cookie roll.
Is
it
cooking
would just be
like
plus proficiency for like cooking utensils. So whatever the proficiency bonus is, then
Well, I have proficiency, but there's not. I don't know what skills.
I feel like it's like wisdom based, like maybe it's like a medicine, like
Yeah,
like
sounds
food
about
is
right.
the best medicine besides
Okay.
I guess it
laughter.
depends. I guess it depends
Okay.
if she used a recipe or not, because it could be an intelligence.
a science.
I think maybe baking's intelligence, cooking is wisdom.
Mm. Well, where do you class? So cookies would come under baking, right?
Yeah.
Because you gotta measure that shit. Like
Baking is
FYI.
baking is very specific. It's not so much a like, oh, I can just kind of eyeball it or whatever.
So
Whereas
we're doing an
cooking,
intelligence check.
sorry, we got wow.
Yeah.
I
Intelligence.
will die on this hill.
The longest,
Well, I will
weirdest
die on
aside.
this hill.
That will be a 19.
Cool. These are some of the best cookies you've ever had. They are fluffy. Like, you can tell that, like, the eggs and the butter got, like, mixed in first and creamed. And, like, the perfect amount of chocolate chips, where, like, each one feels intentionally placed so that there's not, like, a big glob of chocolate and there's not any areas where there isn't chocolate. I feel like Elly can't control herself.
Oh my god, that shit slaps, dude.
Have you tried putting jam on this? Because I feel like it wouldn't, I don't know, make like a little sandwich or something.
Just like open my jam pocket and just like dip and like.
I would like to think that at this very moment I'm heading to a cupboard for jam, and then I see that Elly already has some, and I raise my eyebrow.
She has pocket jam. That's not what any of us want.
She was
I'm
like,
about
I
to
have
dip, I'm like, oh, okay.
Elly, have you ever tried those cookies that like the jam drops that have jam in the middle?
That's a thing.
Yes, it is.
Yes, absolutely, it's a thing. So they're like a soft, like buttery cookie, and then on the inside there's jam. It's a jam drop.
Oh, please, I want to try.
At this point, I'm gonna sit right next to Koss and just put my arm around her.
Cool. Who wants to roll a perception check?
Should I, since I've known cost longer? Or...
You can all roll. We'll see
Yeah,
who's...
so roll.
Yeah.
I already rolled.
I'm blind.
21.
Natural 20.
Yeah,
Oh.
same.
What?
I
You guys
got
are
a
fucking
21.
monsters. Okay, you all notice that Koss did take one of these cookies off the platter, but she dipped it in her tea and then she hasn't moved it, and the cookie is like disintegrating into the tea, making this like
Sludge.
gritty tea mush. And when the cookie, what remains of it, cracks and she's left holding just the edge, she drops it, throws down the cup, and she just like runs upstairs.
I'm gonna go running after her. I'm going running.
I'm gonna follow.
Do you need help? Do you need help? I'm just gonna stay as I'm sitting still eating cookies.
I'm just chipmunking the cookies.
I have 2 cookies in my cup because I thought that was a cool idea. But
Just like take the cup from her and be like,
I don't know if this is our place, everyone, but we got cookies down here.
okay, so Lenore and Brillia are going upstairs after Koss, and everyone else is staying downstairs. Feeling a little awkward, I assume. And also hungry. Okay, let's follow the upstairs gang first. Lenore, you follow Brillia towards a bedroom. It also has bright shocks of color throughout the room, fresh flowers and hand-done paintings, and you see Koss sitting on the bed with her arms wrapped around a pillow.
I'm going to sit behind her and just give her like a hug from behind, basically, on the bed.
Yeah.
I know something didn't go as planned if you had to be brought over, but what's wrong?
Lenore, give me an... Actually, you know what? You already did perception. I'm going to let you use that perception for this one. You see the way Koss looks at you with pleading eyes as she leans into Brillia and does not want to have to say this. Does not want to say what happened.
I'll go and sit next to Brillia on the bed, and put my arm on her shoulder and say, some terrible things happened while Koss was out adventuring, and she was affected by a curse, which we have thankfully been able to remove with the guidance of the Raven Queen. Some casualties. this has understandably been an extremely traumatic event for Kos, and we've tried to explain that we understand that it wasn't her. She wasn't performing those horrible acts, but sometimes once a soul is tainted, it's difficult to fully remove that darkness.
I'm going to squeeze Koss a little bit. So what you're telling me is something took her over.
Yes.
I'm going to sit next to Koss so I can look at her and cup her face so she can look at me in the eyes. And you know that wasn't actually you, right? You know that.
It feels like it was me.
I want you to think of something. The fact that you're feeling this guilty just shows how much of a good person you are. Because if you're not a good person, you would be feeling nothing right now. Please understand that much. And this wasn't your fault. I only wish you would have allowed me to come with you so I could have been there to support you while you were up there.
It's not safe. You wouldn't have been safe with me.
I could take care of myself.
Can I just have some time alone, please?
Of course. I'm gonna give her a kiss on her forehead. And I'm gonna head out and beckon Lenore to come with.
Okay. What's
Thank you
downstairs
for-
crew been doing?
Oh my god, these cookies! I've had like 7. I can't believe how many were made though. That's a big number of a batch. I
think-
couldn't.
I probably like stuffed a bunch of them in my pocket, and then showing Tabby how many I can fit in my mouth at once. With jam. It's a mess.
What's the game? Fuzzy Bunny?
Yeah, chubby bunny.
Chubby Bunny. Chubby Bunny. Another cookie. Chubby Bunny. Another cookie.
Make one for the jam, please. Oh my goodness, gotta keep it even.
Chubby Bunny.
So as you guys are doing this, I'm sorry, is it Briala or Brilala? Brillia.
Brillia.
Brillia, sorry. I just realized.
It's okay. I didn't want to interrupt the...
Brillia and Lenore come downstairs, looking very solemn.
I'm
Does it
going
look like-
to turn to Lenore before we completely join the group. Thank you for telling me. I appreciate it. I know it must have been hard for her to come this far and with all the guilt she's carrying right now.
Sorry, I snuck a cookie. I thought I was safe to eat something because it wasn't our turn to talk.
Oh, that's like a brie cookie, not like a Lenore cookie.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Why not both? Yes, that's okay. I'm very considerate and compassionate, so you're welcome.
Very believable.
DM, is our house big enough to basically just have a sleepover so I can at least offer these adventurers a place to stay?
Yeah,
Basically.
I mean, there's not like private rooms, but like
No.
you've done this before. Like Koss goes on
Okay.
adventures and brings back random people, and you just move the couch and you make do, right?
Okay. I'm gonna turn to the rest of the group. I'm like, well, you're welcome to stay here for the night. Thank you so much for bringing her back.
I feel like we should probably introduce ourselves.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, your hospitality has been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. My name is Lenore. This is Tabbi.
Hi.
And Verity. And And Ariana is.
And Arsen's there.
Yeah,
And
Ariana and
Arsen.
Arsen are just like watching Ellie eat, like, what is happening here?
I'm Brillia, Cross's girlfriend. I'm here whenever she comes back. And you're welcome to stay here for the night. I can just move over the couch and put some blankets up. The least I can do after what you've done.
If you have like a small box or a crate or something, I can work with that.
If it fits, I sits.
Yeah, that's what I follow of us. I mean,
I can see what I have.
very nice. Thank you.
Excellent hospitality.
Not everywhere has boxes. It's crazy.
Do I have a box? Like, do I have something? Like, I'm assuming I have like some type of box, like where I get like ingredients
Yeah,
in.
like let's say you have like a basket that you usually use for laundry, like a woven one, and you like knock it all out and just like kind of like, here you go.
I'll put some herbs in it so it smells nice since it's like laundry. Just like
Tabby absolutely takes it, puts it down, and puts his front legs in or front hands in, and is like, I like this. Feels right.
I'm happy that's comfortable for you. Is there anything else I can get any of you guys? You want me to actually start making dinner? It looks like you've been traveling a lot and cookies might not sustain you for long.
Dinner, you say?
Ears perked.
By all the excitement on your faces, I assume that's a yes. Is there any dietary restrictions I need to know about?
I'm vegan and also gluten intolerant.
Yep.
I feel like Arsen goes to say something about his preferred diet, and like this is the opposite of the like stabbing scene where Verity's like, no.
No.
This time, no.
No.
Food begins to be made.
If you need any spices, I got it done.
I'll say at this moment you realize I have like a giant shelf of spices.
If I need any spices, I might ask for some. All right.
I feel like maybe like Tabby and Brillia are like cooking together and like smelling spices while everyone
Yes.
else is like chatting.
I think at some point I'm gonna mage hand reaching something, grabbing something off another counter. So I don't have to move that far.
I'll cut onions, but I'll prestidigitate them so I don't cry and smell the bad smells. I got some leeks in here too, and I reach into my bag and I take out this like long, big leek, and I just.
Oh, that'll work very well, thank you.
Yes.
Should we make a joint cooking check?
Sure.
Absolutely down with that.
Okay, and we said cooking is wisdom, right? Is that what we decided?
Yeah.
Yes, cooking is wisdom, baking is
Baking
intelligence.
is intelligence.
Come on,
Okay.
like
Middle of the
wizards,
road.
like get on this shit. We need to know where the checks are.
That is a 15.
21.
Okay. You guys begin to make up a delicious meal that has various members of the party salivating kind of grossly. Ellie.
That's normal.
Ellie.
I feel really attacked right now.
I'm in this picture and I don't like it.
No, I don't like it.
Ellie, there's for sure like a jar of jam like on the table in front of you. I'm just letting you know.
I would absolutely just love to be on Ellie guard so that she doesn't put any jam in our food. Like she doesn't sneak into the kitchen and just dump jam in whatever delicious thing
Her
they're
pocket jam. Her
How much
that's
do you
the.
like?
It's not jam. It's Ellie's pocket jam.
Yeah. Closer to toe jam than
Yeah.
actual jam. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Oh.
Okay, so Verity, Ellie, Lenore, you guys are sitting in the kitchen. Sitting in the living room. And probably you should figure out what you're gonna do next.
Where are we gonna go? What are we doing with our lives?
Well,
How far are we from your hometown, Ellie?
How far are we from my hometown, DM?
A week?
Yeah, about a week.
Not too long.
Yeah, not too long.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe before we leave, we could see if we could get some supplies or something.
We should probably return the Lord back to his family before we press on because, I mean, it's not really a good look to have a corpse.
Yeah, it's
with
kind
you.
of stinky too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It could
Do
be
I
quite
hear them
dangerous.
talking about this as they're...
Oh God.
Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna keep cooking.
Yeah. Classic adventurers talk, you know.
So the dead body in the cart.
Can I remind them? I'm like, shh.
What? Why are you making that noise?
Don't
I
worry,
mean-
the body won't smell. I can press the digitate that too.
I
Did
mean,
you go a little Italian for a second?
I do a lot of different things. I pull from everywhere.
It's because I'm a king.
I'm gonna go to Jersey soon. Be careful.
I mean, you sort of found out that, I mean, Harik was also killed by Koss, so probably not a great reminder if you guys have been traveling.
She is in this with us.
He was. Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, damn.
Yeah, maybe not so much of an accident.
Tabby's just like the numbers are like flashing past his face. He's like, what?
Hold on.
It wasn't an
Of course.
accident at all.
It makes complete sense.
Can't
I'm gonna
piece that together.
whisper to Tabby, is the body in the cart perhaps the one that Koss when she wasn't herself?
Oh, yeah, possibly one of them. Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I feel that I should probably be there also when we return him to his family. It's only right, I don't want her to be there.
That makes
When
sense.
you guys
Yes.
do that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna keep cooking silently.
Cool. Verity, give me a perception check.
Can do. $17.
You hear a sound. You know
Where?
that upstairs. You know this
This-
sound because
this sound-
you have made this sound when you were sneaking out.
Right. Snaps, coordinated attack. Right. Stairs. Two people outside, two people upstairs. One person stay downstairs.
All right. I go outside.
What? I'm running up the stairs.
I'll go
I can hear the
outside.
window. I can hear the window opening. She jumps out the window.
I'll go outside with Ellie.
Cool. So you guys all divide trying to figure out what to do.
Oh, about the stove.
Oh yeah, and you stay by the stove, Tabby. Make sure the food doesn't burn. Like that would just be
Don't need a fire.
yeah, insult to injury, right?
And
Brillia.
I'll go upstairs with Brillia. You're going upstairs, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I'll go upstairs.
Brillia and Verity, you bust into the room and see one of the drapes is hanging outside the window, flying in the wind, and there is a note written on the bed.
I'm ignoring the note and I'm looking out the damn window.
Perception?
Can I look around? Yeah. Perception, that will be dirty 20.
Ooh, I like that phrase. Okay. You do not see Koss.
Then I'm gonna go look at the note.
Okay. So the note is scrawled on a torn piece of paper out of a book. It says, "My love, being with me has always been dangerous, but now I know it would only be a matter of time before you were dead in my arms. I can't let that happen. I'd rather die first. I'm so sorry, Koss."
Brillia just starts crying and is like, "You idiot, no!"
I'll go over and I'll put an arm around Brillia. It's all right. She literally just left. She just left. If we act fast, we can catch up with her. You can talk some sense into her. This is just a reaction, a knee-jerk reaction. So we have to go now.
Okay, thank you.
Right?
And I'm just
Okay.
heading out. I'll grab. You'll see like a dagger that's like under a pillow, and I'm just gonna grab that. I'm just gonna go.
My sleep time dagger.
Yep. Sleepy time dagger.
All right. How are you guys gonna try to find Koss?
So we're at the front, right?
See any?
Can we see anything?
You see the hanging piece of fabric out the window. But like this is a town. Like people walk around, people move. Like it's hard to, like, people could just disappear into the crowd.
Can I take a look around, like, and see if I can see any traces of her?
Sure. Everyone can do whatever role they like, and if you do different roles, you might get different information.
Well, I can do a survival check.
Okay. Is that to... What are you doing survival for?
Trying to... We know what they look like. What is this town mostly? Is it like just a mishmash of people, or would they stick out like a sore thumb?
No, it's a mishmash.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled a 24 on perception.
Okay.
To see if I can, like, notice anyone in the crowd or anything unusual
Sure.
around me.
You notice that people are sort of like adjusting, like something maybe like threw them off their step a bit, and everyone's kind of like getting back into the proper way of walking. So you're pretty sure she probably went that way.
Okay, I'm going to gesture to Elly and go, I think she went this way. And then follow in the direction that we see the commotion.
Well, I'm running with her.
When Lenore points in a direction, can I fly and go above and see if I can keep track of her from above as they go through the crowd?
I mean, this is your new move, right?
That's all I got now. So all that and sneak attack.
Like,
Look, give it to me, okay?
That's all you have, she says, as a level 7 rogue.
Oh, you have.
Who also has magic, right? You're also a trickster.
Yeah.
Melissa, could I roll insight?
I was a level 30 cleric once, okay? Everything seems crap compared to that.
Okay, so
I play a level 7 trickster rogue.
let's do Verity's roll
Like-
first.
So good.
Verity.
Yeah.
Can you spot her?
That's not,
This is also perception, so you may not get any more information.
15.
Yeah, it definitely seems like that direction. And if we learned anything from the internet, it's that having more than one source is important.
Yep. So I'll keep going as they go on the ground, and then I'll follow in the air.
Okay. Brillia, you wanted to do something?
Could I roll insight knowing Koss to figure out where she would be heading?
Sure. So you want to do like maybe insight based on like the note and what you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a bad roll. That will only be a 9.
Okay. You start to fixate on the part where she said like I'll die first, like that she, that's the kind of the part that you keep fixating on, and you know that there's something there, but you can't get around like how it feels to hear someone you love say that.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep following the rest of the group because I don't have any other idea either.
All right. Tabbi?
I'm trying to think of what I know already of Koss while I'm cooking, because that's kind of my element in my thinking time. And I don't know what the role would be. Like, I don't know if it would be like a perception, or if it would be maybe an insight to know their traits and know like places they try to normally seclude themselves to, if that's something that they have ever done.
Okay.
That's what I roll.
All right, cool. Yay, the bad rolls are starting. Okay, that was a 5.
You know that Koss likes to run away when no one's looking. This has happened a lot.
I take a little from like a soup broth I'm in the middle of making, go, Nope, that wasn't it. They run away normally. Needs more salt too. I got nothing. I put the ladle back in and I go to the front door and I look out the door, just look around a little bit too.
Yeah, you can see the others in the street trying to like figure out where to go next.
That is distracting. And now I don't know where to look. You're flying. Flying again. Yeah, that's fun.
That looks good.
Huh.
I wish I could fly.
I back into the house, shut the door, and go back to cooking.
Okay. Elly, what are you gonna do to try to zero in?
I'm just gonna full sprint through the crowds.
Okay.
Just yep.
Are
yep.
you like maybe athletics to try to see if you can figure out like catch up?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna follow chaos and hope that it works.
I just want to like barrel through the crowd.
Okay.
In a new town, what could go wrong?
My cabbage corp.
Yeah. It's 21.
At least somebody can roll. Okay. You begin running through the streets and you're following this trail of chaos that Koss seems to have left. The longer you follow it, the less clear it is. And clearly, once she was gone from the house, she was slowing down a little bit. And you seem to lose track near the edge of town. And there's just one road that leads off towards a mountain in the distance.
Do I see anything?
No, but the others can join you there. I mean, the only thing out there is that mountain. Like, if she came this far, theoretically, she kept running.
God, I'm trying to... Do I have anything? I need, like, a telescope? Hello? I don't have my glasses. I'm just kidding.
Where are my glasses?
My glasses. I'm just going to wait until the others have caught up, but also can I start looking, because if this is the edge of town, it's not super busy. Tracks? Are there any tracks leading away from town that might look like tiefling her size?
Perception.
Perception?
Persniption.
For perception, that's 15.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of footprints out here, but there are certainly tiefling ones that are recent-ish.
Feet prints?
Feet prints.
Recent feet prints. Okay. Yep. I wait until they see me, and then I keep going.
Okay. Elly seems to be on the trail as you guys go towards, basically out of town, down this road. Brillia, do a history check for me.
Okay. This is gonna go poorly.
Everyone loves history. Learn from the past, don't make mistakes.
14.
Okay. You suddenly realize with horror what Koss is going to do. Koss is not the kind of person who would just give up. Koss would go out in a blaze of glory. And there is only one thing in these mountains that would be glorious enough. And that is a remora.
Eel?
Does anybody know what this thing is in actual D&D?
Nope, don't like it though.
You shouldn't like this thing. Brillia, you know this thing has been out in the mountains for decades. It lives out there and hunts, and it leaves your town alone, but it's always been this threat on the edge of something serious. It is a multi-legged creature with scales and a big, like, what's that dinosaur that has the fan face?
It's like a frill neck lizard.
The frill guy. And it is this giant monstrous creature that is disgusting and also constantly on fire.
Why? Why would you do this to us?
Hi, world. Why does this exist?
It's pretty gross. It's got beady eyes and big like feeler dudes, and it's really gross looking.
Question before they keep going up the mountain: is Ariana and Arsen currently in the house still too?
Let's say, so I don't have to run them in combat. Yes.
Alright. I'm just sighing.
Keep an eye on dinner.
I'm sitting there sighing, trying to get everything to stay fine, and I turn to Ariana and Arsen like, you guys are people. Come on, you can take this over there. Please, and I book it out, and I'm just gonna look for the flying one.
Don't burn it.
I feel like giving Ariana and Arsen the gift,
no
like,
people.
this is gonna be a bad meal. So they kind of look at each other like, okay.
You
We
don't
do
have to
this.
do anything. Just don't let it set on fire.
Let's hope the house isn't on fire later.
Steamed
That's not
hands.
bad.
Anyways, Brillia, you can communicate this information to the others.
It's fine. We're gonna sort it out. Let's get to where this creature is, and we'll just fuck it up, man. Be fine.
I would like a Tom Cruise run up the mountain.
Are you guys gonna come up with a plan, or are you just gonna like bounce on its head?
I think we should just bounce on its head.
Yeah. I want to get inside it and fight it from the inside.
There are actually special stats for that.
We will put Eliwick inside the beast. Does anyone have a teleport spell?
I raise my hand.
Put me in, coach. Put me in.
Verity, do you have some kind of advice to give your wayward party?
Don't do any of what was just suggested.
Sorry, I'm not thinking right. I just don't know what I'll do without her. I can't let this happen.
Yes. Well, we should probably move quickly so that Brillia. I'm so
Brillia.
sorry. Brillia doesn't. Her girlfriend doesn't just die. That'd be ideal.
Okay, well,
Yes. But just taking apart the bit where Ellie goes inside and fights from the inside, right? Right, Ellie?
of course I would never do something that stupid.
Of course you fucking would. Right.
I mean, we could see how we go.
Yeah. Also, like, does it have like a cave or something? Maybe we could sneak up on it.
Do I know if... Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
It does.
you could try. That would be a
Choice.
smart way to approach an enemy instead of just, running at its face.
Well, I don't know if he's
We've
ahead of
learned-
us.
We've learned that we do things the smart way, right? If we know anything about our party, it's that we're super smart.
I'm just worried that she's not going to go up there the smart way, and she's ahead of us, so she's going to probably not let us go up sneakily if she's going in there as a blaze of glory, so...
Well, hopefully we can get there quick, and maybe she's just a minor distraction while we get in there. But I think we're losing time.
You keep saying get in there, like you're gonna actually get in there. And I'm worried that I'm right.
I'm worried. Just hope
I would never do that.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Alright, we're going.
All right. So
Okay.
what's the plan?
Okay, so there's only one path up.
Yep.
That's it. One entrance.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, right. But then there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of option.
No, she didn't leave us with money.
Okay.
Before
Once
go
we get
up-
inside, we can reevaluate. One step at a time.
Okay.
Let's
Thank you.
get inside first.
Before we go up, I'm going to I'm gonna forget what I was gonna do. I'm going to give advantage on initiative to Eliwick
Cool.
with a little prayer.
Aw.
And I am similarly going to mutter something on my breath and cast mage armor on myself.
Tasty armor.
Have I caught up?
Mm-mm.
You sure have, because you run like 5 times the speed of everyone else in this party. You're like, hey guys, what's up?
I book it over there, a little winded. I'm like, this is it goes around for y'all. Yeah, flute the time, and I play a quick little flute jingle, and I'm gonna.
Chest flute.
I swear I'm not prepared. I'm gonna give Verity bardic inspiration.
Thank you.
Ooh. Are you gonna take that, Laura? Inspiration from a bard?
I know MCR covers.
Yes.
I know a lot of the that's really deep emotional stuff.
Mhm.
Can't solve everything with sad flute music.
Just most things.
You get some I'm not okay.
Yes.
So you guys
I will
arrived.
take that.
You guys arrived in this town just as the sun was beginning to set. You hung out, you had some cookies, and now it is well and truly night. As you leave the town, the lights in the distance are no longer that helpful to you. Does anyone have any special sense abilities, like dark sense or tremor sense, or
Sure do.
what do you got?
I have the eyes of night, and my eyes are blessed so that I can see through the deepest gloom.
Ooh.
Dark vision with no maximum range. You can see in dim light as if it were bright light, and in darkness as if it were dim light. And
I have dark vision.
Normal dark vision.
as well.
Same.
is there anyone that doesn't have dark vision?
Ellie.
I will also touch Eliwick and give her eyes of the night.
Ooh. Ellie, now
So
you
she-
see just as good.
So it's better than dark vision. You can see even more.
Oh my god. Is this what you all see like all the time? Because for me it's just black.
So everything is like, everything's like illuminated in blue.
It's crazy. Your guys' eyes look like my eyes look like in like the darkness when the light hits it, like this, and they just go. The
Oh, you're
big moon, shiny eyes.
You tapping them, lucid them? I think that's what it's called.
Kitty cat eyes.
I got no science words for you.
All right.
I thought they're pretty.
I also am going to channel divinity so that we have Twilight Sanctuary, which means that we just busted it all out, you guys. Getting the cleric on. We each have 1d8 temporary hit points.
Oh shit.
Is that something you roll?
I think that's something you roll.
It's only 2. Woo!
2 is better than none.
Yeah.
My favorite part is that, like, when we were looking for other players, like, almost everybody was like, I would play like a cleric, because, like, everyone must be watching being like, where is the person to help these people? They are in so much trouble. Why are they not preparing?
Because we're stupid.
All the buffs.
Where are their buffs? Why are they all stabbing each other with ice knives?
Why are you dying?
Why
all
don't
the
they have a
time?
cleric?
But why? Okay.
No.
Cool. I feel like a broken record. I want to pick something new. Somebody, possibly everybody, should roll a nature check.
Nature.
Anybody who likes nature.
Before we
Yeehaw.
fully roll nature, I just want to remind people real quick that we have donated towards some good causes. The Black Lives Matter Fund, just as a reminder, I said I was going to bring it up earlier at the beginning of the stream, but if you would like to donate, there's a lot of bail funds you can donate to. We'll try to match we'll try to match our old donation to Black Lives Matter Fund, but to the Black Mental Health Association. So if you guys donate, please tag us on Twitter or on Instagram on your stories, and we'll be able to.
I believe Navas has already matched our donation, so we will be. It will be.
True.
Oh my god.
So,
about
so
that.
at the very least, we, through our stream today, have raised $300. And of course, anyone else who wants to donate, please do. We really appreciate it.
Yay, go you
That's
guys!
amazing.
Oh my god, it
Champion
works!
Nabbers. Yeah, it's crazy.
We can do stuff if we try.
Using your platform for good.
Yeah.
hmm
Thank you
Making
so much,
change.
guys.
Yeah. That's really great.
Thank you very much, everybody.
All right, give me a roll for nature
2.
if you want. A 2?
17.
2.
Aren't you-
15.
Wait. The Catman rolled a 2?
I got survival, not nature.
I don't know what this plant is. Fuck that plant.
I eat anything.
He's always
I've
like-
been poisoned.
Big bad vibes.
Jumping away
I feel
from
like
nature.
actually like this is a very cat moment. Like I feel like it's like my cat being like, "Ooh, poinsettia," and I'm like, "Stop it! It's poison." And he's like, but
I
poinsettia."
love these lilies. Oh my god, and I'm dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But if I chew it, it goes crunch.
That makes sense. I love a good crunch.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
and then
What,
just randomly leaping.
what did other people roll?
Parkour. 9.
17.
Oh.
17.
17 or highest?
Yeah.
19?
Yeah.
No?
I got 15.
All right, Lenore, you are the first one to notice that it seems kind of warm in the little cavern. It's not a cavern. You're like, you know when you're walking and there's like a little dip, but it's like not a big dip, like a deer trail, but like a really well-worn one. It's you can feel like warmth, like warm wind.
Sorry.
Gross, Tabby. I'm always
Boys.
traveling with children.
Boys.
My mind went there as well.
Boys and Sarah.
Disgusting. I'm ashamed.
The Raven Queen does not like
Has
fart
any-
jokes.
The Raven Queen says you can do better.
The Raven Queen is highbrow, okay? She does intellectual comedy.
I don't.
I feel, does anyone else feel a little warm in here?
The fur usually helps me with that.
I think we may be approaching a big fiery creature.
Is there anything in this cave besides cave stuff?
No, like I said, you're just in like and you know what's a better description is like a riverbed, but it's dry. You know what I mean? You're just walking along like the stream, but like there doesn't seem to be anything here. Certainly nothing on fire that you can see. I mean, that would be bright.
Can I just look around on the walls and the ceiling?
Well, there's no ceiling because you're outside.
I don't look at the ceiling then.
There's nothing. There you can't see anything. But you do start feeling that heat that Lenore mentioned.
Is it coming from the way we're going?
It's hard to decide. Like the direction that heat is coming from is like not a thing you're used to trying to pick up.
I'm just holding my axe.
Second I see Ellie pull out her axe, I'm gonna summon my scimitar.
Ooh.
Nice.
And you guys just see a very, not glowing, but like glow in the dark almost scimitar with like a yellow glow.
Okay. Everybody roll a dexterity save.
What?
Oh, snap.
I'm very bad at that today.
Didn't do anything.
Are you complaining if you roll dexterity?
This is a bad time for me. Not a good time.
17.
It's bad.
Okay.
5.
7.
Oh.
17.
Nice.
5 hit points.
Verity?
13.
Cool. 13, I think, is actually just enough.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, you got lucky, son. All right, so, Lenore and Tabby, you are hit when a remora breaks through the ground below you, biting at you with its angry teeth and pincers. It tries to hit you both. Tabby, you get hit, I think. 26?
Oh my god, yeah, that's...
And sad, it only a 14 to Lenore.
Aha.
Do you
Oh,
miss?
not hit me.
Dang.
Yeah, miss.
Alrighty. So, Lenore, because you're hit by a fire monster, you're still going to take some fire damage. It's a lot of fire damage. It's almost max. It's 17 fire damage from it touching you.
Yum, 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 yum.
How much do I take? What was it?
Love that for me.
Well, hang on. I got to roll more dice. How much HP do you have?
I have 68.
Oh, okay. Well, let's try not to get you all of that. 12, 30, 32 plus 41 damage. As it takes a big old bite of you. It does some piercing and some fire damage. And try not to be grappled by it.
I
Strength.
don't look so happy, Melissa.
That's contested athletics.
Yeah.
15.
Okay. You manage to dive out of its mouth, though barely. And it gives you a mighty chomp.
Ow!
The
Oh,
creature claws out of the ground.
My whiskers.
My whiskers.
Ow. It's very warm.
It is a light blue shade, and it's got these, like, beautiful scales that are set in over top of each other. Like, this would make some real nice armor if you were, like, you know, that kind of person.
Really wick.
So he's like, it'll be really, really pretty. But it has this long flame down its back that you notice as it goes. It
What
is
the
now.
fuck is this?
It is now circling you guys. It is, just to give you a sense, 40 feet long. It's circling kind of half around you guys. It also weighs 10,000 pounds.
So it's like a gargantuan size, you would possibly say? That's cool. That's cool.
Ellie's like, I don't believe in this, but I see why this is why you choose to die here.
Yep.
This is a cool death.
Respect.
A little inspiring.
My blood hurts, everyone. This is not good.
Blood hurts.
My
It's
spleen.
boiling. No, just fine.
All right, let's do an initiative check to see if you guys can kill this thing.
Oh my god, everyone get out.
I recommend you hit it as hard as you can, as fast as you can. All right, Tabby, you're first up.
I'm guessing I'm within range of, you know, an attack of opportunity if I was to back out of it. I'm gonna risk that and get my boots going and go straight up into the air.
Okay.
Bastard! And swipe my sword down quickly at him like it's like I'm swinging at nothing, and cast Eldritch Blast. That's a 9.
No.
I'm floating 30 feet above it.
Okay. That's a good distance to be away from it. It can still grab you if it wanted, but you know.
Yep.
You're like a floaty, tasty morsel. You're like a floating Teddy Graham.
The phone gets stuck in your teeth, bastard! Don't do this!
Ellie.
Me. I would like to rage. I'm so hard right now. Do a 22 hit?
A 22, that would definitely hit.
Oh, good.
It's pretty squishy. It's just mean.
It's just mean. Okay.
It's just mean.
15 for the first hit.
Mm-hmm.
20 points for the second hit.
Delicious. 35 damage. It is angry at you. Ellie, because you touched it, it does 11 damage to you. It's fire damage.
No.
Maybe you shouldn't touch it.
Right, and that's not physical punching stuff, so I can't have it, right? Balls, dude!
He's a mean
You just
fireball.
got burnt.
I hate him!
The book describes him as half worm, half centipede. And yeah, and also on fire.
Oh,
This is not a good boy.
a nightmare.
It's a challenge rating
What?
Ouch.
11. Because I love you guys. It's the the monster. Oh no. Who is the tastiest? I'm gonna roll a tasty dice. It's Verity. He thinks Verity's tasty.
I haven't even done anything yet.
He rolls a
I've just been
he rolls a
stand.
he rolled a 2. Does a 13 hit?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, what? Can we think about the fact that it rolled a 2 and still got 13? Me, the cleric, is next. I probably should do some healing, but instead, I'm just gonna do one little hurdy. I'm gonna cast a 4th level guiding bolt at that sucker.
Oh, that sounds good. Try and get
Oh
him.
god. 16?
That's fine.
Okay. 37?
37 damage?
Yes, 37 points
Ooh.
of radiant damage.
Tasty.
Jesus.
The Raven Queen does not like your fiery ass.
Wow, that's more damage than Elly did. Damn, son.
That's the only 4th level spell I have. And I will go... And then I want to kind of move in the direction of Tabbi.
Okay.
Brillia. Like brilliant, but not quite.
I am going to go over and slash this thing.
Slash it.
Twice.
Titties.
That does a 15 hit?
No, just doesn't.
Second attack.
Yep.
Does a 16 hit?
Yes, a 16 does hit.
Yay! That will only be 7 points of damage. It is considered magical damage.
Okay. Oh, it's gonna get you with some fire.
Fire
Get in
resistant.
the fire
tiefling.
zone. It's true.
Oh, that's right.
11 fire damage.
Is Tabby within sight of me?
Oh yeah.
I am going to, as my bonus action, use my healing light, which is my warlock ability,
Ooh.
and you will be healed 4d6. That will be 19 points of
Oh.
healing to you.
Oh, my heart. Not bleeding anymore.
My blood doesn't hurt so much.
And it's not a spell, so I can just do it. Yeah.
Fur isn't crispy anymore. I mean, it is crispy.
I just imagine Tabby, like, you know when you scare a cat and they just go straight up, but they're like still in perfect position.
Yeah.
Like Tabby doesn't look like Tabby's jumping just suddenly in the air.
It's me. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to assume that I am near enough anybody that I'm going to get my sneak attack damage.
Yep, as long as you try to.
21 to hit.
Yep.
23 damage.
23. Yep. That's what we like. Back to the top. Tabby, you're in the air, falling, healing, living, loving.
I'm not falling. I'm hovering. I'm hovering angrily. I'm just gonna descend as safely as I can and just sword. Oh, that's a very good 17 without the modifiers.
Yep, that's enough.
That is D8, and I'm gonna also expend a Bardic Inspiration die to do extra damage on that. 16 on the first, and the second attack was 9 damage.
You son of a bitch. You light my friends on fire.
Oh, and I'm gonna healing word myself just to not be so low still.
Sure. Good thing, because it's gonna you're gonna take some fire damage from being near it.
I believe that.
Oh, you got good. You only got 8 damage.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. Couple ones in there.
Just a little spicy.
It's a little spice. All right, who's next?
Me. I did it.
Hit it, Elly.
Do a 25
Yep.
hit. Okay, cool. 21 points. And second attack. Ooh, do a 19 hit.
Yep.
16 points for the second hit.
Beautiful. Mean Boy decides. Actually, no. Mean Boy doesn't go first. Jesus Christ. Okay. Cool. You guys watch as it rears itself up, deciding that it is going to try to take a bite out of Elly, who recently did it some mean damage. It leans up towards, and then it sort of bubbles its body. And then all of a sudden, a tiefling covered in acid is falling on top of you.
Sorry?
No. It's like this.
Koss lands on top of you, covered in acidic vomit, holding her weapons.
Well, at least she brought weapons.
Creature didn't like that. Now he gets to go, because that happened to him and he didn't like it. Cool, he rolled a 1. So at least the enemy is as shitty today as your guys' rolls are.
That's fun. It's a fun time. I'm just gonna smack it. Hey,
There we
let's
go.
just go. Let's just guiding bolt again.
Smack it
Except
all
at
over the
third
floor.
level.
Up the butt.
At third level guiding bolt. Feel the Raven Queen right in your butt. Don't peel the Raven Queen in your butt. Never mind, because that's a miss.
Very
It's only a
pointy.
7. Brillia.
Yay, you did it!
It took me a second.
I am going to, the second I see my lovely girlfriend falling out of this thing's mouth, use my bonus action to do the same thing I did to Tabby and heal her. 13 points of healing, and that's all. And then 2 slashes towards the monster thing.
Cool. Yeah, Koss was not looking very well. What with,
Yeah.
being inside this thing.
Being inside this thing's stomach.
Although technically being inside it does the same amount of damage as standing next to it, so...
Okay. Does an 18 hit?
Ouchie.
Yes.
Okay. First attack only does 5 damage.
Hell
Bad.
yeah.
Okay.
Second attack does a 16 hit.
Yes.
Okay. 6 damage this time.
Alrighty.
Yay.
Alright, Verity?
I'm gonna have to go with the stabbing again. I was gonna cast a spell just for fun, but let's not bother. Let's go with the stabbing, which is what I'm good at. I'm gonna go back with the sneak attack with the rapier.
Cool.
14 to hit.
Nope.
Never mind then.
Back at the top, Tabby.
Okay. I'm not about this guy anymore. How about you guys? And I look at everyone fighting. It's like, this is not the right time to talk about these. And I just stare at at this big ol' buggy man and just start yelling, just like, I hate you! I hate you! I hate you! I hate you! And I cast Dissonant Whispers as I yell, very loudly whisper at him.
What am I trying to save against?
I think it's a 14.
Nope.
That is a grand total of 17 damage. That is 2 6s and a 5 on my d6s.
Very nice.
I yelled pain.
You
at
dude.
it.
Literally die mad about it.
Yeah. Literally, bro, just die mad.
Okay, I'm gonna aim for. Does it look like it has any juicy spots that I can focus my attention on?
I mean, it's got eyes. No one likes getting shot in the eye. Any of its underbelly is kind of softish, you know?
Cool. I'm gonna start aiming for its underbelly. 22 to hit.
Uh-huh.
20 for the first hit.
Yep.
And second hit. 9 points for the second hit.
Okay. Now it's Mean Boy's turn.
And I take spicy damage, right?
Yeah. Thank you guys for reminding me about spice. 11 for you as well.
Aw, thanks.
Spicy delicious.
Yum, yum, yum.
Spice up my life. Hey, big boy.
Mean Boy dives at Koss again.
Why?
It wants to be like, give me your body. I want to eat it. And Koss is
And
already...
she wants to be eaten.
Yeah, and Koss is partially digested already.
That's half the battle.
In the end, I think we can all agree. Cool. Koss is going to take a shit ton of damage. Yeah, that's not great. Cool. It bites onto Koss and grapples her, like clinging onto her side and like beginning the process again.
Gross.
It's pretty gross. Koss is down to like 12 HP.
So is Cos now inside the thing?
No, it's like grabbing her, preparing to. Like next turn, it will swallow her again.
Yes. Yep.
Right.
Tasty.
Nom, 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 nom.
Who's next?
Me. And I'm going to cast a 3rd level Cure Wounds. 18.
All right. Cool. If Koss is swallowed, at least she'll survive it. So that's cool. Oh! 6 damage.
I can do that.
Just a gentle little one. 6
just
damage
a little,
on
little lick.
3d6. Brilliant.
Brillia.
Oh, sorry, I am really
It
bad.
takes me so
It
long
is
because I
okay.
have to like physically process how to say your name. Like
It's okay.
I prep.
Trust me, it's gonna take me a while to actually respond to that name. I'm impressed that I've responded this time. I, upon seeing Koss about in its mouth again, am going to cast Guiding Bolt,
Ooh, yeah.
4th level.
Yeah.
And let's hope this hits. It doesn't hit.
You're too caught up in the emotion of how
Yeah,
horrible
I'm
this
just-
is.
I misaimed because of all the tears in my eyes. There we go.
Oh, Verity, come on.
Okay. Thank you to the chat for helping me how to figure out how to use my inspiration point. I don't understand 5th edition.
Why don't you try to finish this fight by destroying this creature? That's my advice.
It's a fire
Destroy.
creature though. It's a fire creature though, isn't it?
It's a fireworm.
My best attack, my best spell is Burning Hands.
You're a rogue. Stab him.
We fought a fucking fire Pegasus. We fought Fireworm now. What else have we fought that's been on fire that I couldn't use my best spell against? Like,
Arsen?
I only got 2. No, I don't want to light him on fire yet.
He's hot though.
Yet.
We'll see what the Raven Queen says.
Ooh, toasty. Toasty. The Raven Queen thinks you can do better.
The Raven Queen thinks you can do better. Okay, let's try a spell then. Do you know what? Let's fuck it. And I'm gonna use my inspiration point. Okay, sorry. I'm going for Thunderwave then at 2nd level.
Cool.
And that is a Constitution saving throw.
What am I trying to get? Oh, never mind. It rolled a 19.
Boo.
Why do I even have dice? Why do I even own these? Why do I make these? Why do I own them? Why are they even
Are they
here?
yours?
Just fucking take it. Doesn't matter. I didn't even have to roll. I didn't have to
No.
Does it take like
Wasted.
half damage?
Yeah. Does Thunderwave do half damage?
No.
There's something you have that does damage on a miss.
Okay, fine. It does take half damage. Okay, fine.
You're so
Okay.
dramatic.
He doesn't want to be a competent party member, and he's making it really hard. Okay. 10 damage.
All right. How does your Thunderwave destroy it?
I guess it's just like thunder, so like maybe just like caverns shaking, like rocks dropping, crushing.
We're in here. Just kidding.
Yeah, no, obviously not hitting you. I'm allowed to say how I want to do it. Not hitting my party members.
All right.
just-
So in the reverse move of what it did when it arrived with its tremors, you tremor it right on back.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
It tries to flee at the last moment, trying to go back down its little slippery hole, and it can't do it. It's slimy down there.
Mm.
It can't do it, and it collapses half in, half out of this weird hole in the mountain.
Should we skin this for armor?
Yes.
Because it looks dope AF.
I am running to Koss before Anything else?
Is she inside? No, it didn't swallow her.
No, Koss is like pulling its jaws open and like pulling the teeth out of her sides where they've, been locked. And then
That's a good
helping her
idea.
out.
We should get the teeth as well.
and then stumbles on the ground out in front of it.
I am
There must be
hugging
some-
her, and I'm like, this is gonna hurt a second, and I'm gonna heal her using my last spell slot.
Okay.
Healing, cure wounds at level 4. Yay!
Give her that good lovin'.
Yep.
That good tiefling lovin'.
Mm.
Oh, math. Oh no.
I mean, nothing's coming out now, so it's all just kind of gravy at this point.
25.
Cool. Koss no longer looks near death, and instead only looks like she has made a terrible decision in her life.
I'm just gonna hug her and not say anything. That was not the time to talk.
You're brave. I was... Dumbass.
As this is happening, that nice scene of the healing happening, Tabby's slowly descending with the sword in his hand, slowly in the background, just like, ah! I'm gonna take some meat from this thing. They start carving away at it.
Lenore's gonna go and
Good,
help
good.
skin the beast.
Our dinner's probably ruined.
For
To
sure.
be totally honest. All right. Yeah, the fire on the beast's back has gone out, so you can start gathering items from its body.
It's already cooked. I take a bite out of some of the raw back meat.
Oh,
Cook doesn't mean it tastes good.
Should I
Lenore's
roll
gonna
for
hitch
food
up her
poisoning?
skirt.
Constitution?
What a fucking mess. What an
And that's
absolute
again.
mess. All right, so Tabby, Lenore, start gathering stuff from the beast.
Mhm.
Elly, Verity, are you gonna go be like nice people and try to help your friend, or also try to get some free food?
No.
Well, if Lenore's grabbing the scales, then I'll go see if the Crustio, what's her name?
Koss?
Goss!
Cost.
It's not a cost you about
Did you
this
call
story,
her
I can't believe.
Crustia?
Crust.
You know, like the legs.
Krusty, the clown
Okay.
from that yellow family.
The Crostons.
The Simpies.
Oh my lord.
I'm gonna go see if I can help.
Perhaps you should get some fresh air, right? Out of the cave. Well,
Probably good.
Yes, we shall harvest the beast, and maybe you should get your lovely friend out of here because she seems unstable.
we'll go wait outside. So take your time.
I say as I cut into this.
I'm
She
gonna
doesn't
cast-
seem right in the head.
I'm gonna cast heat metal on the end of my sword and put a piece of meat on the end of it and see if I can cook it a little bit and see if
Oh.
it tastes better that way.
I mean, there are better ways to cook your meal.
I mean, this is quicker though.
Like, what is it? Like, this
Whatever.
is the equivalent of like trying to cook a chicken breast with like a battery.
Oh!
I have a steak, I have a clothes iron, and let's see how that goes.
Yeah, you're that guy on YouTube who's always like 50
You're
ways
that
to
guy.
cook a potato, and it's like
Yeah.
in hot water in a bathtub, and you're like, what?
I watched this on Bon Appetit.
Just why?
You're not a cook. You're just a Bon Appetit cook.
Binging with Tabby. It's okay.
All right,
I'll bring Babish into this.
Brilliant, brilliant,
Babs is a
man.
good boy.
Love him. Love him.
I hope he's watching.
Oh wait, of course he's not fucking watching. Have you seen us?
Can't be
Have
too
you
sure.
seen us?
One can hope.
There is hope.
I mean, I know. I know
you're
you're new to season 2, but I mean,
Babish isn't here, man.
Babish isn't here, man. It's not here.
Oh, well, we gotta aim high, guys.
That's
I'll
the
tweet at
sky. That's the sky.
I'll tweet at him.
As as you guys head outside of the cave, or at least those of you who aren't currently skinning and cooking and eating a creature you just killed, probably collecting some of its stomach acid too, just for fun.
Stomach acid!
I feel like Ariana would be really interested in this.
Yeah, Ariana's been needing some new acid for a while.
And like, does she have a skull of this description? I don't know.
Oh, geez, do I know what the skull looks like? I might have to think about this. It doesn't have a skull, right?
It's an exoskeleton. It's an exoskeleton.
Yeah.
It has a big old chitin and like hard armored body in a way.
You could put its head on the wall, like the front of its face, but it's basically skinning it.
Yeah, we're better off probably getting the fangs for the little one there. But fangs, maybe some of the intestines, some cool little things, some pinchers, something.
Not really sure what. I know she likes dead things, but I'm not sure exactly what kind of dead things she likes.
There's a lot of dead things.
All of them.
Maybe you could bring her some mice and stuff occasionally. That would be friendly.
Oh, that's such a cat thing to do.
Those are mine.
That's mine.
You know what? I understand. I don't want your mice. Ariana wants your mice.
Okay, back to...
Did she tell you this?
New here, okay? We've got to try and fit in.
Trust no one. Okay.
Oh, boy. As Elly and Verity and... oh my god. Brillia and Koss head outside. You can overhear the two of them talking about all of this, and Koss is saying, "Why did you come here? It's not safe. You know it's not safe."
I love you, you idiot. The same reason why I stay home and wait for you to come back. The same reason why I've been nagging at you all this time. Let me come with you.
I can't take you with me. What if we're not that lucky next time? What if something happens to you? I couldn't live with myself.
Exactly. And that's exactly how I feel about you. You realize how much restraint it takes me to not just follow you out there every time you leave the house?
I'm so sorry.
Hey, we're partners, right? I wish you would look at me the same way when it comes to battles like this, and you would let me go with you.
What were you doing back there anyways? I didn't know you could do that.
Let's just say I made a deal. Because I wanted to be strong enough to come with you.
You didn't have to do that.
Of course I did.
She, runs her finger along the curve of your horn.
Of course I did. You would do the same thing for me.
I'm an idiot, aren't I?
I'm also an idiot sometimes. We pass around the title.
She turns to face you and buries her fingers in your hair and pulls you into a deep, passionate kiss.
Of course I kiss back.
Everybody's watching
That's hot.
What's Arsen doing? Thank God he's at the house.
Dinner, yeah.
Arsen just throws up with a cup of soup, hey babe, how's it going? Soup?
Oh, I hope I didn't just will Arsen into the joke to be real.
And then Lenore's like, the Raven Queen still thinks you could do better.
Lenore just rolls her eyes.
Verity, what is it like watching this display of open love and acceptance and forgiveness? What's going through your head?
This is not how repentance works. This is not how this works. This is not nothing makes sense. None of this makes sense. This doesn't make sense. You don't get to go and just kill people accidentally and then not pay for anything whatsoever and then still find love and happiness. This isn't, nothing is working how she, it's not, I don't want to be like, it's not fair, but a little bit like, it's not fucking fair. But a little bit like, it's not fucking fair.
Yeah, where's my happy ending?
The love came before the murder.
Does Verity say any of this to anyone?
No, but she's not just gonna start no, she's not gonna just start ranting if nobody asks. But she's probably just like, not like, just silently fuming, just confused fuming. Confused fuming is a better word for it.
Confuming?
Confused fuming. Fuming.
Verity has some amount of anger that probably should be dealt with by a therapist. Elly, how are you feeling?
Sorry, can Lenore notice that Verity's like freaking the fuck out?
I feel like that's a thing Lenore might notice.
Nah, roll the 1.
I mean, I feel like you would notice. This is not a stealthy Verity moment. This is like a,
okay.
Life is unfair and I hate everything and everyone and where's our son and why is he an asshole?
That too. Yeah, no, that sums it up.
Okay. You can talk more about it on your way back once you've gathered all your stuff, but as you watch the two lovers kiss, Elly, how do you feel?
Sounds a lot like sorry. My allergies are awful.
So
A lot like Ben. Sorry, I coughed.
My coughs sound like Ben.
The hay fever here. The tree sperm.
The tree sperm.
It's tree sperm.
I know.
Okay.
There.
Feeling a little conflicted.
A little conflicted about what, Elly?
A choice?
Kind of choice.
Nothing.
Okay. Let's say you manage to gather all of the meat and the acid and the chitin and the scales. You got your big old bag stuffed with goodies, ready to go home and have a nice big soup. And you all make your way back towards the town. So anybody who wants to have a one-on-one with anyone, please do so.
Verity, I say as I'm rubbing the blood off my hands to my underskirt, you look really pissed off.
No,
Do you?
not pissed off. Just all right, maybe like a little pissed off. Just I don't confused. I don't understand anything anymore. Nothing makes sense, and I don't know why some people get punished and some people don't. And they were supposed to be gods, right? You know that there was supposed to be rules and mistakes and repentance. There was supposed to be a path, right? When if you did something wrong, and there was a set of rules that you did things, and then you could fix those. You could work your way back, and I don't understand why for some it's just so easy, and I don't understand why some it's a lot harder. It doesn't fit the rules, and it doesn't make sense, and then I don't know where I'm supposed to go from there, I don't know. I thought I had a path. I thought I didn't.
Sometimes it's not the people that have to change, but the rules. Maybe you're following the wrong path. If the Raven Queen has taught me anything, it's that... Oops. Sorry. If the Raven Queen has taught me anything, it's that not everything is black and white. She guides us through the shadows.
I don't. But I don't hear the gods anymore. And I used to, and now I don't know what if I'm doing is right or wrong, or if I just make it up as I go along, or if there is just no coming back from what I've done. Maybe I'm just excommunicated. I have no idea. I don't know how to get back. And it doesn't matter. It's not important. It's not new. It's not different. It's not something that has just come up.
It's not a secret that I've been sent to you. Before all of this happened, this strange dreamland that we were sent to, I am being very purposefully guided to you. If that's not the gods speaking to you and showing your path, then I don't know what is. Just because the gods that you once knew have forsaken you doesn't mean there isn't another path for you, Verity.
That doesn't...
It doesn't mean you're broken.
If I want to go home, that doesn't count. That won't count. That won't free me from what I've done. And without the voice of the gods and love, then I said, it doesn't matter.
Let me help you listen for different voices.
It's not supposed to be an effort. Asimar, we dream, and or used to dream and hear them. It's not something that you have to force. It's not something that you're supposed to have to force. It's not supposed to be something that you go searching for. It's something that's brought to you, gifted to you. That's not right. And if they don't come to you, then you don't deserve them. This isn't about hunting down a god's guidance. This is, if they don't come to you, then you have wronged and you aren't done repenting. And if you're not done repenting, then you keep repenting. But how do you repent when you don't know which direction to go in? So,
excuse me if this sounds harsh, Verity, but it sounds awfully self-centered that you think the gods are designed to serve you and that you don't have to work for their love.
It's not that you have to work for it, it's that if you do something wrong, it's taken away. It's not that it's not constant contact. It's that contact is taken away entirely if you don't deserve it. I don't dream. I didn't fly till recently.
You did dream recently. And you did
That was a nightmare.
Recently.
That was a nightmare. That doesn't count. I suppose, maybe, whatever. Okay, she's unsure. She's unsure.
All I am suggesting is that you change the way you think about the signals you should be receiving. because as far as I can see, the gods are speaking to you. You're just not listening. And then Lenore's going to walk ahead.
Whoa, mic drop. Damn, son. All right, anyone else having a chat?
That was spicy.
That was real spicy. That was spicier than the fire damage.
Yeah.
Ooh,
The hairs on the back of my neck stand up and like, what the fuck just happened there?
Oh, I'm sweating and I wasn't even in the scene.
Took some emotional damage from that.
Yeah, area of effect.
Why am I sad all of a sudden?
What happened?
Lenore really knows how to make friends.
I mean, if you're gonna heal them, you gotta heal them somehow. I mean, sometimes they need psychiatrists, which I don't know if that's a thing.
She's my therapist.
Therapist. Oh, boy.
I love that too much.
That was in the chat. That wasn't me. I cannot take credit for that. I don't know who said
How did
that.
I miss that?
That was,
It was-
like
no, it
a couple days
was-
ago. A couple streams.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
want like a
I think it was your first game.
Therapist.
Therapist. Gabby. So I'm looking at my phone. I'm looking at the chat. Gabby. Therapist. No, sorry. You don't have-
Therapist.
Therapist.
All right,
Please lay down on my couch.
you guys do make it back to a lovely couch. You get back to the nice house with the yellow door. You come inside, and there's the smell of warm food cooking.
Is it burnt?
It is not burnt. In fact, they have managed to put together some kind of bread. It does not look like it has risen properly, but it's like someone followed the instructions but didn't like understand all the details. So it's a bread. It's a little dense, but they made it
Like the shitty cake.
like a shitty cake.
Soak it in the soup long enough. It's
Sorry,
fine.
I was about to say that shitty cake.
Arsen is so you all sit down to eat, and Arsen brings over a bowl, and he's picked like the prettiest one that's like a pink, and he's like tried to make like a little heart out of pepper, and he gives you the bread, and he's smiling in this like dumb proud way, like he's so fucking proud of his shitty dinner.
A dumb baby.
That was halfly prepared for him.
He just
They
stirred.
just had to stir it.
Yeah.
They baked the bread and he put a little pepper. Give him a chance.
Oh, is Brillia still in the apron?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
The whole time. I didn't even bother to change.
It's
No.
the battle apron.
Look.
That's a
That'll-
real
well, I have mage armor on top of it. It's fine.
that's a real D&D hero. Like, fuck my
Yeah.
armor.
The
Yes.
scimitar looks like a wooden spoon. So,
How is that for feminism?
Yeah.
Right?
Taking the-
There's like,
Taking the
you
kitchen
bitches
to
ate
the
all my
fuckers."
cookies?
I'm out
Sometimes,
here slaying these.
you know, it doesn't really surprise me, but like the 1950s housewife is also like the like badass warlock who made a dark deal to like take care of her love and just like, I'm gonna
Fuck
deal
yeah.
with this shit.
I'm pretty sure there's a U.S. presidency that's kind of like that.
Yeah. Who
Shadow
doesn't
Daddy.
love a shadow daddy?
All right, you all sit down
Save
to
us,
eat.
Shadow Daddy.
You all sat down to eat, and it's pretty good. Like, there's definitely like, you know, when like someone it has the basis of a really good meal, and then clearly it just wasn't quite carried through, but it's good. It's not bad. The bread's dense, but it's bread, and it's got nice whipped butter that Brillia has. So it's like a nice like lemon butter that she's like whipped.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I'm putting
so
all of my enthusiasm to eating not that I'm very hungry, but I'm going to eat all of it, like enthusiastically, like you did this? Wow, really? I can't. Is there more? No,
Enough
that's
bugs.
okay. Wow, is that all the bread that's left? Oh, just
that's so cute.
like stroke his face, like you. Oh, I
Tabby
didn't
gets
know
a-
that you could do this.
Tabby gets up and it's like, you said you want more, and I got some bug meat. Let's try some stuff. And he runs over and starts like preparing some bug
All
meat.
right.
Oh my God.
Arsen looks like
Not eating that.
ridiculously happy. Like he's like blushing. Like he's more endearing than he usually is. Like he's tried something he's not comfortable with, and you liked it, and it makes him happy. Tabby and Brillia spend the rest of the night making various snacks for you guys. Little pies and cinnamon rolls and all kinds of treats. Popcorn.
I just really wanted to roll to see if I would roll well on a cooking check if I was to make another one, and of course I'd have to end a cooking thing on a good natty 20 boy.
Yeah.
So if you guys want some tasty bug meat that's cooked up, I guess there's some.
Is that the bunk? Tabby, is that the bunk?
Yeah, see, it's this is the lower upper abdomen.
Oh.
Is it like white meat or dark meat?
It's kind of neither.
Oh,
Little in between. Kind of gray, but it like
Just like, yeah.
I'll try it.
Orange colored.
I'm
Fun
always
fact.
willing to try.
Fun fact,
Please try.
this creature is immune to both fire and ice, so it's got a very weird texture.
ooh.
Very lukewarm.
So is it like partially raw since it can't be actually cooked?
A little. It's
Like
making some sort
sushi?
of, yeah, he's making a sushi dish of sorts.
Yeah.
Oh.
And don't worry, I have everything I need, like coriander. That's it. That's all
Cilantro
we need.
sucks.
Cilantro is delicious. I will eat soap every day of my life.
This is soap tasting. Very
Yeah.
soapy.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, don't put it on it. I put it on for you guys. That's my bad. I'm sorry. But
I'm going to take a chunk of it and like feed it to Cos.
Aw, they're disgustingly cute.
Cos, show the bug who's boss.
Okay.
And I turned to Arsen and Ariana and say, the joke is because that's when the Cos was about to get eaten by the big thingy, and now that they're eating it, it's almost poetic.
Irony.
Almost.
Very poetic.
Almost. So, you continue eating throughout the night. Everyone sort of dozes off when they do. It's just a very warm, comforting little home. It feels very much like home. And yeah, in the morning. Oh, sorry, Verity.
I was gonna say, if you say in the morning, then that's fine. But like, we need a watch. I'm sorry, I'm not new to D&D. Someone needs to be on a watch. But
What do you mean? You're in a comfy,
you
warm
have
house.
I'm sorry, I don't trust you whatsoever. So
It's okay. We can try this.
I
I'm gonna
can-
cast Guardian of Faith at the door.
exactly.
I'm gonna make so
I'm
many.
sorry.
So
I'm
many
not
angry
falling fucking
chins.
asleep.
I'm
So many horrified chins.
Oh my god.
I only meditate for like 4 hours, so the rest of the time I'm just like lurking, being creepy,
Yeah.
just being generally around,
The
All right.
Guardian I cast is just
staring at
you.
Verity's hair. But I
Alright.
keep just getting delivered.
Bitch, I'm up.
Are you like missing? Are you missing chunks of your hair? Because ravens just keep bringing it to me. While your sleeping birds are just like,
It's the stress. It's the stress. It's the gods. It's the gods. It's the gods.
All right, you guys go to sleep with your guardian in place, full of warm, delicious treats. Who is the most morning person of you? All right, let's say it's Lenore. Lenore, you wake up as the first ravens begin to caw, as is your way. And you look around at your buddies, your friends, but something isn't right.
of course.
Would you like to roll a perception check?
Mm-hmm.
This is the
No,
most
we had
needless
watches.
perception check.
No, we had watches. We had watches.
I was one of them. I believe it's a 15.
Okay. Elly is not here.
No, sorry. Who missed that? Who missed that? Who missed it?
We didn't set up watches. We just put Guardian of Faith up.
No, I was watching, and then Lenore was watching.
There's
Oh, okay.
well, Elly was on watch too.
No,
Why?
because that didn't happen. No.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Elly left a note.
Oh God, what does the note say?
Ellie, what's the note say?
It is poorly written and not spelled correctly.
Is it
In the
covered in
slightest.
jam?
Phonetic.
It is very sticky,
It's
yes.
written in jam.
Finger jam.
It looks like blood.
Some of it's been licked off.
Just leaving the stain on there.
It's
Can't waste that.
I made a mistake. You were right. Going back for B. We'll find you wherever you are. Love, Ellie. P.S. Here's a bag of holding. Keep it safe till I get back.
I'm gonna cry. I knew that you came here, so she didn't get a hat. I told her that I should buy a hat. I told her I should buy a hat, and she told me that I didn't need to buy a hat.
I'm not sure who Ben is, but Ellie's gone.
He loves her, and she loves him, and they're in love, and she left him behind in Caracat. Wait. Hold on. No, but we're not supposed to go back to Caracat.
Aren't we going to find her family? We probably
Please.
shouldn't do that without her.
We could... Right. Okay. I have to go find Ellie.
Okay, let's call it there as Verity goes at the door and I feel like starts yelling for her, like, Ellie!
Which wakes everyone else up.
You were meant to be on watch.
It's fucking 4:40 in the morning, shut up! Aw, Ellie.
At the window.
Ellie's going back for love.
Aww. Ellie
learned a
has
lesson
heart.
At least
You're
it
not
wasn't
allowed
like,
back in Caracat.
by the time you're reading this, I'll be
That was
dead.
the rule.
Hey man, I left on good terms.
Yeah, this is at least like no one got stabbed.
Who knows?
No.
I mean,
by the
Ah.
You took a
Shadowhead.
parade on good terms under the condition that you would never return. Yeah. Sorry. You got like a nice parade, but you're not fucking allowed back there.
I know the back entrance.
you know, when we did our end of season one
Neither am
chat
I.
with our fans, one of the theories was that we should come back and see Ben has been married. Where you going, Ellie?
Hasn't
And also
been that
divorced.
long.
I'm saying Ellie could be the one he marries.
Oh, I thought he just moved on incredibly quickly.
Yeah, that was
Been
fast.
gone for like a week.
Lenore's like, I don't really know this
That's
guy.
it.
Is that like his
He had a
thing?
wife the whole time.
Seriously
Yeah.
though, like he gave her a ring, she took it, fucked off, gave him a wave out the door. She was heading out of the gates of Caracat. Like that was sorry. Honestly, look, Ellie, like you know I love you, but don't blame him if he's moved on.
And becomes Batman.
Listen, we don't all handle relationship stuff well. We're not all perfectly put together and can handle things.
Okay, none of
Yes,
us are
because
perfectly put
Verity-
together or could handle things. That is not what I'm saying. Very
Verity's
obviously.
so well put together.
So well put together.
Verity's like a lot of pieces of string that are knotted together so they don't ever fall apart. But you wouldn't say that they're healthy or in a useful state.
It's like duct tape on a hole in a ship.
A lot of duct tape over a lot of holes. And there's like just
Oh.
spurts. They're like, nope. Nope.
Hey,
Oh boy.
No. No, thank you.
Didn't the Mythbusters guys sail an entire duct tape ship?
Oh yeah.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, she's fine.
Yeah, I can make it through the rest of my life like this.
She's fine.
Watch me.
She's fine.
I
You can
duct tape
freeze
ship it.
the
me.
moat again, the lake again, and walk across. She's fine.
She's fine. She's fine.
So, do we want to do one last closing off of our current real life situation
Oh
and
my
thank
God.
everyone for their amazing donations? Because like
Tone shift.
we had an idea and then it happened right away.
That's What the hell, Nabbers?
And then more.
Yeah.
Like,
Just
I'm just
amazing.
happy that just off the bat, just the name we see all the time, the big supporter Nabbers coming in clutch. That's insane. I haven't seen anything else because I've been, camera time.
And then DMCMP came in with another $100 into the Black Lives Matters movement. If you haven't been in the chat, like, because we kind of take turns, like, who's in the chat, because it's sometimes hard to be in the chat plus role playing at the same time, so we take turns how we do it, in case you're wondering why I'm there and other people aren't. So we take turns, so sometimes I'm in it and sometimes I'm not, but I've been in it, and I linked a lot of like the places that you can donate and stuff like that. Also the same thing with like Australia and the UK. There's some links up there too. I know the majority of this is happening, or the a lot of the really big violent stuff is happening in the US right now. But this is obviously a global issue. So it's not just about the US, though. They probably need the most attention and the most funds at the moment because of what's going on there. But this is a global issue. So if you would like to donate locally, absolutely donate locally. There's lots of things in the UK, in Australia, and I've linked those into the chat. And if you missed it in the chat, by all means, like, send me a message on Darkness and Dragons or Dark Moon Dice or whatever, and I'll link you up with anything for any country that you need. But yeah, so Gabby Nabbers, she donated, I think she said 100. I don't want to put like words in people's mouths as I scroll back through the chat. But lots of people have donated. I'm sorry. That's all. I'm sorry. I'll just say that. And then we are going to match whatever you have donated, I think. Splitting it between $100 for Black Lives Matter.
Well, our plan was to do $100 for each, but I mean, let's see how big this goes. Like, I like matching funds. I mean, yeah.
If there's more, then there's more.
Keep doing more.
Because I think we already did more.
For every dollar you donate, Elly gets a step closer to her man.
And then we could have like 3 couples.
Oh god.
Kidding, no.
Lenore with all her birds is.
She's the crazy bird lady.
She's a
crazy
bird
lady. Crazy bird lady.
Oh boy. And with that,
birderess? No, I don't know. The pun people in the chat will.
You're a birder.
Yeah.
Chat's got you handled.
Yeah.
So we'll wrap up with that. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning in and for supporting this great movement today. You can join the Darkness and Dragons community. You can follow us here on Twitch, but also on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and wherever you get your podcasts. Special thanks to Luna for coming in and visiting and hanging out with us.
She'll be back.
Thanks for having me.
She'll be back.
Yep. And if you want to find more of what I do online, you can find me at Feminist Gamer. I'm also on the XP Billionaires podcast, which is taking a week off this week in support of the same movement, but we'll be back with 2 episodes next week. So, check out. Laura.
Oh, and I am at Dark Moon Dice on everything.
Sarah.
You can find me on The Odds Collector or Sarah Snowmobile on Instagram. I don't post stuff, but I'm there.
Bree.
You can find me at Fortune Favors on all places, and also some of the Level Up Dice stuff as well.
And Ian.
You can find me on Instagram and on Twitch at this Shrikool. I've recently changed it so it matches and it's not like a billion other things. And on Twitter, you can find me at Ian Paraskis, first last name. That's on my Instagram. If you can't spell it, it's fine.
It's a name.
Indeed, it is.
Yep.
It does the letters right.
And Luna, where can people find more of you?
Mostly on Instagram. I, like Sarah, don't post that much, and I'm a stalker, just on the background looking at everyone's stuff.
Just watching you.
I'm at Luna _moon_C. There we go. I can talk.
This is the hardest part of the episode. Do you know how many episodes Laura has forgotten her own name? Like, not Verity. She's been like, I play Verity. Who am I?
Who am I?
What? More existential
It's like when
crises
people
from-
name their dogs Luna, and they're like calling their dogs, and I'm like,
Mine is when people count to 3. 1, 2, 3 sounds like 1, 2, Brie.
Me?
And I used to be a preschool teacher. That shit happened all the time. They're like,
But we'll also have like links to everybody in the Darkness and Dragons. So if you just go to the Darkness and Dragons,
Dragons.
yeah, Instagram, everyone will be there, and you can go and search and find them afterwards if you don't know the words, if you can't spell it, if you don't remember. So don't worry.
Yeah, you can be friends. We want to be friends.
Yeah, be friends. Be friends with us.
Our beautiful character art is done by Magic Art Book, who's also amazing on Instagram, and our map today is created by 2minutetabletop.com. They're both awesome people, so check it out. Thank you again for joining us, and I hope you all have a really great and safe night.